Why don't more infant formula companies use organic, grass-fed whole milk instead of skim? Why don't more infant formula companies use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more infant formula companies run their own clinical trials? Why don't more infant formula companies use more of the proteins found in breast milk? Why don't more infant formula companies have their own factories instead of outsourcing their manufacturing? We wondered the same thing. So we made ByHeart, a better formula for formula. Learn more at byheart.com.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Looking for a great haircut or shave experience? Come to Champion Salon and Barber. Our skilled barbers and stylists are dedicated to giving you the best service possible. Whether you need a simple haircut or a complete grooming package, we have you covered. And while you're here, feel free to enjoy a complimentary beer and chat with our friendly staff. We have 2 convenient locations in Waco and Woodway, Texas. You can also book appointments online or through our app, making it easy to schedule your next visit. So why wait? Visit Champion Salon and Barber today and experience a cut above the rest.
BooBaes!
BooBaes!
Hello,
And hi,
and welcome to
BooBaes!
BooBaes. That's right. We're your hosts. I'm Caitlin,
And I'm Joshua.
and today we're here to talk to you about freedom.
Let it ring
Ring-a-ding-ding.
and let the blood
Pour.
pour. There you go. Yeah.
Let the blood flow from sea to shining sea.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Isn't that a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
one.
bodies hit the floor.
That's what it's giving. Yeah, we're talking about our 25th Amendment, you guys.
Oh, I thought you were
Or
about to say
28th.
2013.
No.
And I was like, oh, damn, I got the year really wrong.
No, wait, what do you mean? For the movie?
Yeah.
It came out in 2013.
13, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you
uh-huh.
were going to say 2015. And
Nah.
then you said 25th Amendment. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, that makes more sense. But I thought I got the year like 2 years off. And I was like,
No.
wow.
In the
Nar.
lore of what is the Purge universe, apparently it is, I'm sorry, I might be wrong. It's the 25th or 28th, but it is the amendment that allows people to have the right to, it's constitutional that you have the right to purge.
The right to purge.
Yep. Put in
Pretty
there by
wild
our
concept.
NFFA, our new founding fathers of America.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's some real culty shit that happens around it.
Honestly, like I
like
want
the
like,
joining hands and like, our-
yeah.
it's like,
The prayer
almost said
circle
our Father who
almost.
art in heaven.
Yeah, it does give that though. Especially like the beginning little quote and then kind of the whole vibe that they do give it, like is it's as if it's like own new organized religion
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah. Which is pretty scary because it does sometimes it seems like we're not too far off from like leading in that
Oh,
direction.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is terrifying.
I mean, even like other like not just America, like you hear like in other places as well, like that don't have like as many freedoms as we have here, and then like, and it's just seems like we're moving backwards.
I wonder if people didn't put out the blue flowers, are they like
I think there's
exempt?
no, I think they're targeted. Yeah, I think it's like put them out there or like
Or people are going to kill you?
yeah, because I think then
Mm.
people will like have an issue with like why don't you support our constitutional right kind of thing, kind of like how they're doing now.
Right now.
Yeah,
I was
so-
like, oh, sounds a little bit familiar.
Yeah. And well, the NFFA is, I mean, directly linked to the, what's it called? The gun one, RFA, the TF, what is it?
Oh,
Y'all know what it's called.
NRA.
Yeah.
National Rifle Association.
That one. Yeah. Because they were kind of getting a lot of pushback on like, trying to have gun
Is that
reform.
right? NRA.
I think it is. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sure it is. I'll look it up real fast. But they were getting a lot of pushback on trying to implement gun reform. So then they were like, nah, you know what? We do need more guns, and not just more guns, a day when everybody can just
Kill each other
yeah.
freely.
What do they call it? Like exercise your,
Constitutional right.
well, not even that, because they say like that doctor comes up and he's like, it's it's only human nature for us to
Oh,
like want
yeah.
to like let out our aggression or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, bro. Maybe like a middle finger road rage, but not let's like, kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But we're
Wow.
obviously kind of on the Purge, because it's the 4th of July.
4th of July, yay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. It was
Fireworks.
either this or Jaws, but we already covered Jaws. And if you haven't heard it, go back and listen to it.
Yes.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah, Jaws did take place on the 4th of July.
It did,
didn't
yes.
It?
I don't know if the second one does. Maybe we will look into that one. I've actually heard the second one for a sequel is actually still pretty good. It's
That's
all the
good.
ones that come after it that are
Then where it gets a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Jaws, right? Not for the Purge.
For Jaws, yeah.
Okay.
There are 5 movies in the Purge series and a TV series.
There's a TV series
Yep.
too?
Mhm.
I didn't realize that. Oh, I guess you did say that earlier. I just chose to ignore it.
It was from 2018 to 2019. It literally one season, I think, and then it got the boot. But it is pretty much basically like kind of just more of what goes on during a purge.
I see. Spooky.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, the other movies, I kind of looked them up and stuff. The second one is basically a sequel to this. Election Year is basically, I think they're trying to get rid of the Purge, but like it's basically like a 2020 kind of situation, like the election year shit that was going on. The first Purge goes over the first Purge that happened in 2017.
2017.
And then the Forever Purge is supposed to be like the last Purge or something like that, because they're trying to get rid of it or whatever. So it's a pretty interesting
it's not
concept.
Just you can purge 24/7.
On the day of.
Well.
Oh no! I get what you mean. No.
Like
it's like the last
purging.
one. Yeah. No.
I see.
Yeah.
That's kind of a silly name for that. Then.
And I'm sure it won't be the last one. So kind of redundant.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about the first one.
The first one, 2013.
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, way back when.
Yeah,
and then I kind of hadn't seen it, I think, for a good few years, and then once again hadn't seen it for another few years. So it's been a minute.
Yeah, it was a pretty fresh watch.
Yeah,
for the most
part. There's a lot of details that I didn't remember, I didn't recall, and I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that part.
There was also, apparently I've seen another one of the Purge movies, I guess, because there were scenes that I thought happened in the Purge that did not happen in this one.
I wonder which one you saw.
Oh yeah, me too. I have no clue. I guess I'll have to watch them all.
Yeah, there you go. Gotta catch them all.
Figure out which one it was that I watched. It must have just been like on
TV or something.
Yeah, and I
could see that.
Flipped past it or something, because I really have no recollection of which one it was. They all kind of blend together for me.
I can see. I mean,
because I've not
same concept-ish.
Watched them all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but this one was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
Situation, because if you put yourself in that situation,
absolutely not.
Yeah. Because there were times that I had
good.
kind of got into it, and I was like, oh yeah, like this shit, like this is like real life for them.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And also I thought it was pretty well paced. Like it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was but yeah, we should just go ahead
it's
and
only an hour 25.
Yeah.
Runtime.
Especially because like if you think about it, especially if it's shorter, you kind of feel like maybe they want to cram everything in, but it still kind of felt,
it
not
wasn't
like that.
nonstop killing.
15 minutes in, and we were already getting to the start of the Purge happening.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I was like, I liked that. I don't know, but I like that we didn't have to wait a long time, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, for like things to kind of really kind of take off. And get going.
Kind of right to it.
But yeah, we're opening on the year 2022, right? 2022.
Is it?
Yeah, they're in 2022.
Oh.
That's when it started. This one's taking place.
I see.
So
we still don't have home security like that.
No.
I wish we did. Just in general.
Yeah.
I would just lock up my house tight every night.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's giving like nothing is getting through, but we find out eventually something does.
Yeah, when he's like, it's 99.9%.
What's the
impenetrable
0.1%?
Yeah.
Oh, everything basically.
Yeah.
I do get. Nothing is necessarily impenetrable.
Unsinkable ship.
Yeah.
The Titanic sunk down.
Did you see that they are promoting like the newest, largest cruise ship is about to start setting sail?
No.
And it was literally like, because I saw it on TikTok, of course, and all the comments were like, did we not like learn what happened to the last largest ship that's at set sail? And it looks massive.
Ocean
It is
liner.
massive. I honestly don't understand how it wouldn't just like topple over.
Sink.
It's basically like a little skyscraper on a boat. Like,
That's wild.
like I don't understand.
Who is it?
Carnival or
Carnival.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Carnival ships do look to be pretty tall.
I'll have to look it up. But yeah, no, it literally looked like a little hotel on top of the boat. I'm like,
That's
damn.
crazy.
And even then had like the slides and everything and all that. It's like one of those fun ones.
Ooh.
Which I still kind of want to go on a cruise, but I don't know if I'd go on one that big because that just seems scary. That seems
Yeah.
like too much like, I don't know. And then all the people on board. And then you think
Wind
about,
blows.
yeah. And then you think about like if an accident were to happen, that's a lot of people that you have to kind of like
Crawl over, say,
crawl,
move,
go
bitch.
through. Yeah, literally get out the way. Like I'm trying to survive.
Throw some elbows.
Like the less people, probably the better.
Get back, little kid.
Yeah. I mean, I might carry them for a little while, but if I get tired,
Then
yeah.
good luck swimming on your own.
But also, where are the parents? That's not my responsibility.
Yeah, it's true.
I
not.
mean, not to be. What's a good? Not a good Samaritan, I guess, but kind
Every
of
man
life
for
and
himself.
death. Yeah, exactly. So we start with the movie. You know, it's got these like sequence where it's like crime is at an all-time low. The employment rate is at 1%. Violence barely exists except for just one night. And
12 hours.
For 12 hours. And we do get, this is where we have the little thing also, I guess like a prayer, the blessed be. Did you write it down?
No,
I didn't. I just put blessed be, but basically it sounds like a little prayer. That's,
I think I wrote it down later in my notes.
I mean, I can look it up.
Blessed be America, a nation reborn. Blessed be our new founding fathers for letting the purge cleanse us and our souls.
There you go.
Blessed be America, a nation reborn.
Yeah. Pretty cryptic sounding as well. And
cleansing our souls.
for real, for purging. And so it starts with some credits over some CCTV footage
of the purge happening outside, out and
Yes.
about.
Did you notice did you look at any of the timestamps or anything?
No.
Okay, so they were all from different years. So there was 2017, 2018, 2019. They were all leading up to the one that was
about to happen.
Yep, exactly. I thought that was, because I hadn't ever noticed that before. And when I was watching it just now, not just now, but yesterday, it was like a cool little Easter egg. I was like, okay, that's
That is cool.
a pretty good attention to detail.
Yeah.
And so we're basically just seeing a bunch of chaos and like people murdering each other.
We've got this stark contrast too with classical music playing over it. So it's all very like,
It's like more whimsical
yeah,
as opposed to
very airy. And then you're just watching people get bludgeoned to death. So
like heads being chopped off and stuff,
Yeah.
and a lot of explosions.
pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it. I thought that was a good little intro to the purge.
Very much so. And then I liked how it kind of right after what a good minute and a half just went right into the movie.
Yep. Yeah, we're with Mr. Sandin in the car. What's his name? James.
And he's talking to Falk on the phone. Someone last name's Falk. And he's basically closing a deal, I believe. It was the one that he was, I guess, going to tell the people about.
Yeah.
His family. And then he pulls up through his neighborhood. And at this point, we're listening to also a radio situation happening. They're saying how basically like, what's that, NPR kind of thing? And they're talking about how like the poor can't afford to protect themselves during the purge. And so this is really kind of like for everyone else to like benefit and basically like genocide against.
It like they said at one point, I don't know if it was during this newscast or what, but they said at one point that it was basically to cleanse not only their souls, but also cleanse of the undesirables and like basically the people who don't contribute to society.
Yep.
Is what it said. And it was like,
pretty
damn,
horrific.
That's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
Like if we come to that as a society, we've truly lost like all humanity
Shred
and
of
empathy,
humanity, yeah.
because it's just ridiculous to think of like, especially people who are most vulnerable and like can't, like that's like.
Also, do you think like you would go kill someone? I feel like if anything, I would go loot a store.
Yeah, of course, all the other things
I
that
would
are
like get a handbag or something.
throw a wild party, do all
Go
the
get me some
drugs,
Prada boots
or something.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I'd
You
honestly,
could do
I'd trip on some
drugs.
acid and
All the
go
stuff
to a
that's illegal.
rave, like throw like the biggest rave ever. I don't know.
If killing is allowed. I don't know if I'd want to be tripping on drugs though.
That's
'Cause then if you're
true.
just like woohoo, and then someone's like stab you,
You have
and
no
you're like,
control of your body. I'm fine. Do it again.
stabbed. That
wow,
tickled.
that was like super awesome. Yeah, I might think about that again. Then, thank you, friend. But maybe a different drug then. But yeah, for sure, it is kind of trippy to think about all of this happening in some universe somewhere. And
yeah,
so,
I'm glad it's not ours.
for
Although
sure,
horrors do happen every day.
that's true. This is just basically that like hyper hyper whatever. It's a
very extreme solution.
Yeah. And so we have him driving through the neighborhood that he lives through, which is a very swanky, you can tell, super rich neighborhood.
Yeah. Some nice homes.
And he is passing some neighbors. He's passing one walking his dog. They're having, a little neighborly small talk. And he mentions that they need to, or did he put out his, did he check his security system? So that's kind of the first inclination where we know, like, okay, he sold him something.
Yeah.
And then also talking about the flowers, the Bautistasias.
Yeah. I just put blue flowers.
The blue flowers. Yeah. He's like asking him, told him, don't forget to put them out because apparently you put these out in front of your yard to show your support of the purge.
Yep. And that's what the news, we heard it on the newscast as well.
True.
As he was pulling up, it was like, don't forget to put out your blue.
Bautistias or something like that. I thought of Bautista, the wrestler. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like Bautisias. And so, and then we get a title card, which seems
Purge.
very like glitchy. I liked it.
Yeah.
Which fit for the movie.
It did.
Unlike how you were like Smiles didn't, because it's kind of gave the same vibes, like glitchy, like computerized.
Yeah.
But it didn't fit there. And then we go to today's date, and it is March 21st, 2022.
And it's 62 minutes until the start.
Yep. And
so pretty close.
Yeah, and we have mom and dad talking, catching up, and the mom's talking about how she's going to have dinner ready pretty soon, but her husband needs to talk to his daughter about the Henry situation, which is her boyfriend, which we will be introduced to very soon. And honestly, yeah, someone needed to talk to them. Yeah. Because, like,
they were up to no good.
No good.
And then also,
not in my house.
Kill a man.
Literally.
Tried to come kill the dad because of not letting him see one another.
It is like, so funny because whenever all that was happening, I'm like, at first I'm like, oh, this kid's gonna kill the dad. But then I'm thinking like, oh, okay, no, he's just gonna talk to him. Okay, because he's like, I'm just gonna talk to him. He has to listen to me. And then it turned into what it turned into, and I was like, holy fuck, the balls on this kid.
Whenever he showed up, I was like,
this is wrong.
This is suspicious.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And then yeah, I kind of went through that phase too where I believed what he was saying. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess maybe he is going to talk to him. But then whenever he pulled out that gun, I was like,
Lickety Glock.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Did you know you could be putting oil and chemicals in your coffee? I love coffee creamer, but I don't think I've ever turned the bottle around to actually see what's inside. When I did, I found out many of my favorite creamers contain ingredients I would never intentionally add to my coffee cup, like canola oil, dipotassium phosphate, and artificial flavors. Laird Superfood all started when big wave surfer Laird Hamilton needed morning fuel that could allow him to spend the entire day chasing the ultimate wave. He couldn't find anything in the market that met his ingredient standards, so made himself the ultimate plant-based creamer. Laird Superfood started and launched its first product, Original Superfood Creamer, in 2015. Laird Superfoods contain no artificial flavors, colors, or additives, and no sugars from highly refined corn syrup. All Laird products are sustainably sourced and thoroughly tested to ensure that you're incorporating the cleanest, finest fuel into into your routine. All Laird products are also made of all-natural whole food ingredients, and they are crafted from the highest quality all-natural real food ingredients. Are you ready to feel more energized, focused, and supported? Go to lairdsuperfood.com and add nourishing plant-based foods to fuel you from sunrise to sunset. Use our promo code BOO at checkout to save 15% off your purchase today.
I love smoothies, but I don't love smoothie bar prices. With my BlendJet 2 portable blender, I can make smoothie bar quality beverages for a fraction of the price. BlendJet 2 is portable, so you can blend up a smoothie at work, a protein shake at the gym, or even a margarita on the beach. It's small enough to fit in a cup holder, but powerful enough to blast through tough ingredients like ice and frozen fruit with ease. BlendJet 2 is whisper quiet, so you can make your morning smoothie without waking the whole house. Lasts for 15 plus blends and recharges quickly via USB-C. Best of all, BlendJet 2 cleans itself. Just blend water with a drop of soap and you're good to go. There are also over 30 plus colors to choose from. I myself chose black because it matches the color of my soul. What are you waiting for? Go to blendjet.com and grab yours today. And be sure to use the promo code BOO12 to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. No other portable blender on the market comes close to this quality, power, and innovation of the BlendJet 2. They guarantee you'll love it or your money back. Blend anytime, anywhere with the BlendJet 2 portable blender. Go to blendjet.com and use the code BOO12 to get 12% off your order and free 2-day shipping. Shop today and get the best deal ever. At this point, he's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll talk to her about it. Even though he's kind of like, what is there to talk about? There's nothing to talk about kind of situation.
He's too old for her. Move along.
Yup. And at this point,
Although she looked 18.
I mean, I was getting more like 15, 16 vibes.
Oh, she looked older to me. Maybe she's not aging well.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
But also,
really pretty.
she was very pretty. But also, like, that was wild to me too, that they were like going at it hardcore, and I'm like, your parents are literally just like
right outside,
awkwardly.
Can't pretend you didn't do that.
I mean, I could. I mean, yeah, okay, yes, but also kind of not.
A little more cautious. They didn't seem very cautious.
I was definitely a lot more cautious. There was definitely a lot of time of like me being in my room pretending like someone wasn't in the closet.
Yeah.
But not just like openly making out.
Yeah.
And stuff for like
right
a long period of time, and then like yeah.
Like, did you lock your door?
Bada bing bada boom.
Were
Me?
there No.
Her.
Asking if
Also,
she did.
no, it felt like their door was wide open. It felt like her door was wide open.
Wide open.
Yeah. Especially when you could start hearing everybody through, she's like, oh my God, Dad's here. But yeah, they are, I lost myself. Oh yeah. After the whole Henry situation, I think we are hearing the doctor now on the TV, and the mom's like cooking, she's listening, and he's talking about how like we are inherently, bad, and we need to purge to like release our aggression. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And you can already definitely tell she's kind of got like, you can tell like she's not on board 100%.
Yeah.
Or doesn't necessarily agree all the way. And so then we get to Miss Zoe, and she's in her bedroom, and she's just kind of chilling.
2 weeks in a row we got a Zoe in a film.
Oh, we did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez
was Zoe in the other one.
Week.
And so she is doing her own stuff in her bedroom, and then we get like someone grabbing her from behind, and it's kind of like a jump scare, but you think like it's someone maybe trying to do something bad, but it's her boyfriend, and that's Henry, the old 18-year-old boy trying to hook up with her. And she was surprised, right, at this point, or was he already in there?
I think he was already in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that's a later moment.
Whenever I jumped ahead. Yeah,
he's in the house. When he's not
That's when he sneaks back in. So he's already there, and they're just making out.
They're just making out.
They're going at it.
They are, and they're growling at each other.
Which was so lame.
I was like, that's
it's
cringy.
Weird. Yeah. He's like...
He just didn't want to say I love you.
Literally, he's like, everybody else says I love you. We'll just growl to each other. So, and she's like, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't have done it.
I would have been like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I growl on a regular basis, but like not like to say I love you.
I hiss at people.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Be a little kitty cat.
That was more of a hamster that I just did. that we can just turn our podcast into that. Noises.
Hissing and hamster noises.
I can also do a good
Was that a quack?
no.
Oh, a piggy?
As a wombat.
Oh, wombat.
And make like or a woodchuck.
Oh,
Mhm.
I've never heard what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I know that zebras
YouTube
go
it.
yip yip.
Yip yip.
Basically,
Isn't
yip
that
yip,
Appa?
yip yip, yip yip.
Oh, like
That's
that.
like what zebras make.
Yip 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 yip.
Appa yip yip.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I want a yip yip. And so we do have all of that happening with Zoe. They're growling, whatever. Then we see them. He's trying to get ready to go because it's Purge is almost about to start, and it's
get
almost
home.
dinner time.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be there. He needs to get home. And we see a neighbor sharpening a blade, which looks pretty massive. They're like, "Oh my God,
Mhm.
someone's getting ready to purge." And
Is that the same blade he gets stabbed with later?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't really see that guy's face.
Mm-mm.
But it did make a good point of showing the machete.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if it was supposed to be like a little foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, still in a sense, but the guy didn't look like he was in the house. Like he didn't look familiar.
Yeah.
Whenever,
I couldn't really tell what he looked like.
whenever we had everybody together later and we could clearly see their faces, the neighbors, but he didn't look like he was one of those. So I don't know. But
maybe the machete was still foreshadowing, but not that man.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and at this time, the mom is going outside to get something. Why'd she go outside? I don't even remember now.
I think she was going to check the mail or something.
Yeah, and the neighbor lady comes up to talk to her.
Yeah, Grace. And I was like, Grace
is a fucking
creepy.
bitch.
I did not like her from the get.
She looked like a robot, very
She was
Stepfordy
too
and
smiley.
like, yeah.
Stepfordy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bitch, do not eat those cookies. They're probably
Poison.
poisoned.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because it's about to be the purge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would be like, nope, sorry, not accepting any gifts from strangers
Not
tonight.
some day of any days.
Yeah.
But
Any other day, maybe, but you could legally
or if
poison
anything,
me.
I guess she was just being kind. Like I would be kind and be like, okay, thank you, and like dump them out as soon as I got in. But I think she actually was about to serve them, or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe she just trusted her neighbor a lot. It seems like it. It seems like they did.
Yeah. She also seemed to be pretty skeptical. I thought she seemed a little skeptical of her. Just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like she didn't really like Grace.
No, you can, especially because she was like, are people really saying that? Like, yeah.
Or are you just making this up to tell me right now? Or are you
Yeah.
saying it?
It's just basically, and so what Grace was saying is that, her husband sold all of the people in the neighborhood their security systems, and they had just added a new addition to the house that looks beautiful, and everybody's jelly because they're like, you know what, we basically paid for that.
Yeah, you used our money to build onto your house.
And it's
it was
like, fuck off,
you're the one who
bitch.
chose to buy from him.
Literally, what gun was pointed to her head?
Yeah.
No.
It's
So it's
their
pretty,
reasoning.
yeah,
at the end is
pretty crazy, man.
dumb.
And but I honestly believe some people would probably think like that.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's so crazy to me. Like, I was like, yikes. I was like, she really had the audacity to say that.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's like, we paid for it. And I'm like, what?
It's like,
I wanted to
no.
slap her right then and there.
Been like, bitch, sit down.
I've been like, no, bitch, I did. Now eat your damn cookies. Take them back.
Take him back. I don't want him.
And so she gets into the house. At this point, I think we're watching some Purge events and stuff on the TV.
Yeah, and
something?
we're also, this is where we switch to a first person POV shot.
Oh, that's right.
Because we're going from Timmy's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
As Timmy's, well, we don't know that his name is Timmy yet.
No, it's a POV
But
that we're seeing
we're
the
just
mom
driving
through.
around, and I was like, this seems suspicious. I was like, who is this at first? And then,
Makes you think that someone's gonna pop up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or like someone's already bugged their house
That's
in
true.
order to kill them later.
I didn't even think
or
about
something.
that.
That's what I thought immediately.
You would be a good killer.
Yay.
Just saying.
But then she turns around and she gets startled by this creepy burnt baby doll on like a tank
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. It's named
Yeah,
Timmy.
Timmy. It looked
apparently.
like the doll from Sid. Like the
Oh,
thing
like that Sid
with
made.
with the little, but instead
Spider
that one had the
legs.
spider legs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It had tank legs.
It did. Yes. It was pretty cool,
Yeah.
but also scary. And it also played music, and it was
an
like
odd feature.
1920s, like old school music.
Oh, my baby.
Hello, my the frog song, right?
Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yeah. Even more so, Charlie is an interesting child to come up with all of that. Teenager.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously jump scares the mom as she turns around, and we finally see that it's the doll. And then she's telling him, don't scare her like that. And she's telling him to come out from his room or hiding spot and to help her set up for dinner or come eat dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, this is when he starts to show her like the new features on the doll that he's made. And
first
then,
off, his room is just really cool.
Oh,
that
yeah.
little secret hiding spot
pretty cool.
comes in handy.
Sure does.
But
Comes into play a lot later.
it was really, I was like, that's pretty neat. Any little secret hideoff room like that.
Me too.
Fun.
Got me.
Love
Anytime
that.
I see it in houses, like
I would sleep in there. I'd have all my snacks.
mm-hmm.
And I'd probably die in there.
like a panic room or something. One of the things that I used to do back in the day, I don't know, probably like 2013 to 2015, not that long, but in between that time frame, I would, because a lot of stuff was being built stuff is being built now, but like a lot of new additions and homes and stuff were being built at that time, and especially like in the Hewitt and Woodway area, and they just, the houses are there, and like I would go through, and me and my friend would they would sometimes leave some of them open.
Oh,
And
right.
we
yeah.
would just walk through, and like it's a whole brand new house, and like we're just like cool, and just
Because
kind
I
of
would
like
go to open houses that were legal.
no, we would do it the illegal way and just go. And some of them were just unfinished, and some of them were just like 2x4s and stuff like that. We would still go in, and you could tell like where everything was going to be built and stuff.
Yeah.
One was really nice, and over there off of Lake Waco, on a corner, on like a cul-de-sac, and we were able to get in so many times and like get all the way to the roof, and it was a big ass place.
Nice.
And yeah, so pretty
That's
cool.
fun.
Pretty cool.
That
You
is
can't
cool.
put me to jail now because it's statute of limits. I don't
Statute
know.
of limitations has ran out.
It's gone.
This was 800 years ago.
Yep. 80. And so we're talking to Mom and Charlie, and she is asking him what's wrong because she kind of can tell that something is bothering him. And it's basically, she's just, what did she say? She's like, is it just tonight? And he's just like, yeah. And I think at this point, he asked her like, why don't we purge? And she tells him that, right? Is it this point?
I'm not sure.
Maybe not. That might be when he asks Mom and Dad later, but she does.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
She does say, remember all the good that the purge does. And she's trying to just kind of console him and sell what everyone else is selling. Yeah, for sure.
Drink the Kool-Aid, little Charlie.
That's what it is.
Yep. And then we're around the dinner table, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and we're having family talk. The dad is James is wanting to ask about people's day, but really so he can talk about his day.
Dad is dadding.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
But he definitely, I feel like he didn't really care.
Oh no.
He was just like, I want to tell you all my big news.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's trying to talk with Zoe. It's clear that Zoe and him have a strained relationship.
For sure.
Because of the Henry thing.
At the moment, yeah. She thinks he's the enemy.
Because she's not allowed to see her growling partner.
Yep. And she is very much, what's the word? Like challenging him, I guess, in a way, with like her attitude, and like he's asking her about her day, and she's like, I don't want to do this anymore. It is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally she's just kind of like, okay, school, this, that, class, nothing's different. It's whatever.
Everything's the same.
Yeah.
It's just a normal day. Yeah. Which was honestly so moody. And I was like, girl, just say how your stupid day was.
For real. And then he asks Charlie, and Charlie makes some joke or something, and then what's her name piggybacks off of it and is like, you should have said penis.
Yeah. Something like that. And then we also get Charlie taking his heart rate.
Oh, that's true.
Which we see is just a little thing that he likes to do.
It's a quirk.
Throughout the film. And then it also comes in handy later to let us know.
Yeah. It's funny because when I first saw this, I guess for some reason I thought like, oh, he's diabetic, or there was something else. There was some reason why he was doing it, and watching it again, I'm like, oh, this boy's just doing it because he's just like
likes to
being,
monitor his heart rate.
he's just being, what's the word?
I had a 5% difference, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Is it neurotic? Is the word I'm thinking of, or like not anal, not OCD, but like near, like he's, but it's I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, for sure.
I know what you're getting.
Because like, who does that? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little, like you said, a quirk
Yeah.
that he's got.
Uh-huh.
And he just needs to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a little notebook that he writes it down and stuff into. And it's such an old school, like, watch
Yeah.
that it seemed like it as well. Checking his.
I don't know if Apple Watches were out in 2013.
Yeah.
I don't even think that was a thing yet.
I don't think so.
I mean, there were other type of watches, but now, I mean, this does everything now, but yeah.
This tells me my heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
It loves to tell me your heart rate rose above 120 while sitting down.
Stress, baby.
And I'm like, oh. It told me that like twice yesterday, and I was just watching K-pop videos.
That'll do it.
They must have been too cute.
It must have been.
My heart rate just went boop, boop, boop,
Couldn't
boop,
take it. It went padam, padam. And now
Doki doki.
we have Dad finally being able to say his good news, which is that he did it. He made the biggest sell, or he's the top seller or whatever in all
His
of
team
Kentucky.
is- yeah.
They don't live in Kentucky, but you get what I mean. And yeah, it's pretty exciting news, I guess, because they're going to get more money and a bonus and all this stuff. And I guess that's what he wanted. It's what he's been working hard for. I mean, I can't.
The man's just doing his job.
I guess, yeah, exactly. I mean, even though his job kind of is linked to what we don't want to be happening. But I mean, honestly, if you
Profiting
can't,
off of people's fears.
but honestly, at this point, it is the law. And if you can't beat them, join them. And if you don't want to purge, then I guess his best thing to do is like sell people security systems.
Yeah. So
Even
that
though
way
I guess
there's-
only the rich can afford them, so I don't know how good it actually is, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of social commentary that could be had.
Yeah,
on-
it definitely makes you think like ethic wise, like wait, what is right and what is not right, and what would
Mhm.
be all of it
Because
wrong?
all the rich people support it because they can protect themselves from it.
Yeah,
Or they can go out and hurt the people who can't.
They're
just
so
like-
privileged, yeah.
Just like they do in this film.
Yeah. I guess it's basically a reflection of life right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. The rest of the movie, I'm just going to talk like this.
What a
Okay.
bummer.
Anyways, all right. So they are laughing around the table because
They're all excited.
they're all excited. And
Yay.
yeah. And then Charlie's like, oh my God, it is almost time. Look at the time. And Dad's like, it's time. It's I guess everybody's going to stop eating now. It doesn't matter if you're done or not.
Yeah.
And
Can't finish your meal.
Yeah.
You have to go to the little room and
exactly.
watch all of us lock it down.
Yep. You got it.
I don't know why. I would have just, well, I guess. But if you have that big of a security system, I was so confused as to why all of them were awake.
And not just like, yeah, let's go to bed now.
Yeah, my mind was like, I would just go to sleep. Like Mom gets on the treadmill and I was
Yeah.
like, no, go to sleep, bitch.
I
Like,
mean, they all start to do their own thing. And I especially was like, oh, damn. Okay. And after dinner? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it.
maybe
Maybe
she
she was
normally goes on an
stressed.
after dinner walk.
Or maybe
something.
she was just like,
Yeah, needed to blow off some steam.
or like didn't want to
Because
think
of
about it.
all of
What else is going
everything.
on? Yeah. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that's why I would
run.
just put myself to sleep.
That's because you don't think about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then
But
all of a sudden
also-
it's over. But if someone does break into your house,
I was going to say, like, what if it goes? I don't think I could sleep. Not until
Yeah.
the night was done. Because I'd be on edge.
but if I had such a good security system like this, where, I mean, obviously something like that you would have heard
Mm-hmm.
if they were trying to break in. And so you'd wake up, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you drugged yourself really heavily.
Me.
Maybe they'll already think you're dead. They'll just leave you alone. This one's already dead.
I'd set up booby traps.
Yeah.
There we go.
Home Alone it.
There we go. And so we have them in a little kind of, it looks like a panic room essentially, but it honestly doesn't get panic room because there's just a regular door that leads into it. It's just like
Yeah.
an office space, I guess. But we have monitors that are watching all of the house from the outside. And we have the security system. Dad is getting ready to arm it up. They are looking out.
And also arm himself with
Yeah.
this fancy
It's got all these guns.
case.
Yeah. And they are looking into the cameras, and we see that the neighbors are out. Grace is throwing a party, even though she said she wasn't going to throwing a party. And the dad, James, is like, "Well, thank God we weren't invited, so it's okay."
Yeah.
And at this point, the emergency broadcast system starts to go, and this starts announcing, how the purge is about to commence.
How its murder is allowed for 12
Mhm.
hours.
All weapons lower than class 4 or something are allowed.
Yeah.
And
emergency services won't be in operation.
yeah,
So,
EMS
can't-
got a night off.
yep.
once in their life.
Everyone gets a night off until then they have to work like overtime the next morning.
I'm sure
to
for the
clean up
like
the
next
mess.
5 days,
Yeah.
weeks. And the siren starts blaring. That siren, honestly, is very eerie and scary.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how like if
Sirens in general.
I
I'm not
wonder-
a fan. Like
yeah,
the tornado
that's true.
sirens.
Oh yeah, that's
When
scary.
those go off, I'm shitting my pants.
I wonder how many sirens they like went through or tested to be like, oh yeah, this is the one.
This is the siren.
Yeah.
Makes me think of Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm. And
None of the movies were good, but the game was good.
I only saw the first movie of Silent Hill. I remember that one, but I honestly, I didn't play the game, so I honestly didn't even. When I went into it, honestly, I think the person I went with told me right before we were talking about it, and they're like, "It's a game," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know it was a game."
Yeah, I
cool.
played the games a lot growing up.
Scary game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked me some spooky games.
Scary.
Like the Slender Man game on the computer.
Oh.
You ever played that one?
No. Wait, maybe. I'm pretty sure I did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like basically you were in the dark and you only had a flashlight. And then he'd be like,
that's unlocking a lot of memories.
yeah.
That was that era of like 2010,
Slinky.
2012, where like a lot of
Yes.
things were like viral and like interactive.
Yeah.
I remember high school. And so
We got the emergency broadcast
yes,
system.
and Dad is trying to convince Charlie that this is good and we don't purge because we don't have to, and if we wanted to, we would do it, but we're just not going to.
And this is when Charlie asked him why they don't participate.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his answer.
Which was pretty him BSing.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, yeah, because I mean, they don't purge because they obviously don't want to kill people.
yeah.
Like, I feel like also too, it takes like some pretty not decent human beings to like be like, yeah, gun ho, let's just go murder people,
random people.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
But guess that means we're not murderers. Yay.
High five. And so at this point we then see that well, and right before that, everybody, the daughter, what's her name, Zoe, walked out and was like, I'm gonna go be miserable in my room, and he's like, okay, go, bye. And Charlie then walks out, and so now it's just the mom and dad, but then the mom and dad disperse, and we see that this is when Zoe's in a room, and I was trying to talk about earlier that she gets pulled from behind and we think like, oh my god, something's about to happen, but it's just fucking Henry.
Just fucking Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whenever we heard the thud that happened before too,
Oh,
as
yeah.
she was like in the mirror messing with her headphones.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh. And
Something's
then
about
that
to
hand
happen.
grabbed her and I was like,
Zoe's going first.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then it was just Henry. And basically his reason for being there was that he wanted to sit the father down and have a chit chat with him, and when he couldn't run away,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean,
or at least that's what he said was his
horrible
reason.
plan. I can like kind of see where the idea comes from. Yeah, like he has no choice to listen to you, but also horrible plan. Yeah, all the way. And so she's even like, wait, what? But then they're
she was
like,
no, let's not do this.
but then they're also like, let's make out for a minute.
Yeah.
Or
Gotta get
or
some
10
more kissy time in there.
And then
they almost start doing it.
Oh yeah, he's like heavy in there.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like, I can't do this. And I was like,
That was when I was really sus. When he was like, I can't do this. I came here for a reason to talk to him. Yeah.
and it was like,
No. You're telling me you're not going to try to lick the berry or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call a vagina.
The berry.
I don't know.
You pop the cherry.
That's what it is. The
Yeah.
cherry. Yeah. Because he's like thinking about her dad. Sus. And so anyways, we do see that the dad is working. He's trying to get some stuff done to get
Plot
his bonus.
twist, he just loved the dad all
That's
along.
what I was like, suspicious. And the mom is working out. She's on the treadmill trying to burn off the dinner they just ate. Even though there were no carbs.
No carbs in it at all.
And it tastes so good.
I
That's
was
literally
wondering,
what
I
they
was like,
said.
what are you serving then?
Then now with
There's
no
like
carbs.
carbs in almost everything.
I don't know.
Even if,
I think it was
she meant
camp.
starches.
It was camp.
Yeah.
It was camp. That was not true.
Or it was carb free something. Who knows?
Yeah. But they
Carbs
try to.
are good for your diet, people.
Well, the thing is too, is a lot of times is they'll say something is not like, is this free? Is that free? Or like, and then you go read and you read like the percentages and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing like there that I see, like it means what it says on the front. But then you go to the ingredients, and all the way at the very bottom, it's like an asterisk, like may contain, or probably has this, or like, yeah. Anyways,
made in the same facility that processes tree nuts.
And so we do have some gunshots going off outside, and I think at this point that's whenever the mom hears them, right? And that's why she stops running, or she had already stopped running.
I think she stopped running because of the gunshots.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh yeah, sorry,
yeah.
I thought you meant the kids.
No.
Almost sex.
Oh no,
I don't know why my brain went back there.
No, you're good. Still stuck on it. No, but because after that, and their little talk about him wanting to talk to the dad, it's the mom running, and then she hears the gunshots. And then Charlie. Sorry, no, we don't yet. We, as the audience, see that someone is running outside on one of the monitors. And then it goes to Charlie with his little Timmy thing going into the room and where the monitors are, and him seeing that someone is yelling and calling for help on the monitors.
Yeah, Timmy goes on patrol.
He does. And so he goes into that room pretty quickly, and he allows like the audio to be heard from outside, and he can hear that the dude is like begging for help and nobody's letting him in. He's just saying, why won't any of y'all let me in? And so it's really tugging at Charlie's heartstrings. Yeah, because Charlie definitely wants to help.
And all the while all of this is happening, we get Henry actually explaining why he came to see the father.
Yeah.
And then you get like just James looking at buying a new boat with all the money that they just got and stuff. So you're getting all these different scenes and everything leading up to Charlie then listening to his heart and disarming the house.
Yeah.
And lets that guy in.
And also too, right? Yeah, how you were saying Henry was, talking to Zoe. She just she doesn't even go with him. I thought it was the wildest thing where she was just like, okay, go.
Okay,
and she's just
have fun chat.
Because then she puts on the headphones too. And I'm like, bitch, like what?
You should probably be there.
Why
for this
are you pretending like nothing's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy to me. I was like, damn, she's really just going to let him go by himself.
She doesn't like confrontation, I guess.
I guess so. I guess she didn't want him that bad.
Yeah. Not enough to go with him to fight for him.
And so, like you said, all of that was happening, and Charlie let him in. We see that the security system is lifting up. And so, of course the dad and the mom and even, no, it didn't focus on Zoe and Ethan at all, but they're like, what the fuck is going on? And so
Henry and them were just focused on going down there anyways, but everyone was essentially leading to the same spot.
Yeah, which is the foyer kind of area, right in front of the front door. Is that how you pronounce it? Foyer. Okay, there we go. Foyer. And the foyer. And so foyer. That sounds better. And he ends up oh good Lord.
Well, okay, we're down there. Charlie's disarmed the house.
He's
letting the guy in.
Yeah.
We're seeing the door come up and they're running. James and
Maria.
The mom have already gone to Mary, right?
Mary, yeah.
Yeah. James and Mary have gone to rearm the house really quickly. And so the door is lowering back down, and Henry's stomping his way to go confront Dad. And then all of a sudden they run back to the foyer, and they're there, and they're like, what the fuck, Charlie?
Yeah.
What the actual hell are you doing
Literally.
right now? Like, you just endangered all of us. And then Henry's like, what pal, bitch?
Yeah.
And he whips out a little gun.
And because he's just like, Mr. Sanderson or Sanderman or something. Sandin. And Henry literally has no time. And it's just like, bow, bow, because Henry starts firing. And then James starts firing at him. And what's her name almost gets struck because she's like right there next to him.
He's running down the stairs now because she heard everything going on and was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And so she came down and almost, gets hit by the gun.
Yeah.
And all
also,
this is
how did she not notice that he had a gun? Was it like tucked in his belt?
I think it was behind him.
I guess. Okay. Yeah.
So maybe she didn't latch on to him.
I'm like, what? Yeah, I see what you mean there. And some shit hit the fan. And of course, Ethan or Henry and Zoe. Why am I always want to change people's name? Henry and Zoe. It's because James's actor is Ethan Hawke.
Oh,
and so I was like, and so they run upstairs. And there's blood, and they're like, oh my God, did I hit Zoe? And then all through all that commotion, because the dude that Charlie let in, he like got lost in all of this.
Yep.
And so the dad's like, Charlie, where did he go?
He was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So the homeboy has disappeared. Do we ever get his name?
That's literally what I'm looking up, because I don't want to say this dude or that dude the whole entire time. But yeah.
Because it only ever, I feel like he never
No.
gets a chance to introduce himself.
No,
So,
never.
I wonder if he has a name at all. Hopefully the
Bloody Stranger.
Bloody
We
Stranger.
never get a name. Nope. It's Edwin Hodge playing Bloody Stranger.
Love it. He did a great job as a Bloody Stranger.
He was in all 3 first films. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Cool. All right. So we know that we'll see more of him. I
Interesting.
don't know that he has any. He does have other credits. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Oh, he's been acting for a while now. Good for him.
I was like, he looks kind of familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've seen him in something. Well, obviously I've seen The Purge before, so
He was in Above, So Below.
that must have been. Oh,
He played Benji.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I was like, I knew I had seen him before.
That's funny.
He sure did.
Small world.
He died.
Yep.
He got dead.
Poor Benji.
He fares better in this film.
That's crazy. Wow, really? Small world. So yeah, we're back at it. He's gone. Dad's like, what the fuck? And Charlie was really like, I'm just sorry. I wanted to save him. You needed to help. And I'm just like, what the fuck, Charlie? At this point, I'm still like, what the fuck, Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also I'm still like, what the fuck? Henry just tried to kill James? And what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I was like, holy shit.
The
he actually
nerve.
went there.
Yeah, the nerve. And so, and I love how James, Mary, and Charlie, like, he takes them into the little panic room area, and they just like left Zoe up, like not even immediately going for Zoe. They're just like, yeah, okay, bye. And then Dad's telling them like, okay, I have to go find Zoe, and the mom's like, no, I'll go do it. Henry didn't try to shoot me, but he's like, I don't want to let you go with the bloody stranger out there. So he goes upstairs. We see that right before that, Zoe was trying to like, you know, she couldn't really do anything, but she watched her boyfriend die.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
He was shot in the gut.
Yeah.
So
He died pretty fast.
yeah.
And then
seems like he did.
we see Dad walking up, and he stumbles upon Henry's body, and you can tell he's like, damn, I didn't mean to kill him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe shoot him in the shoulder. I mean, he shot at me first, but like, I didn't mean to kill him.
Self-defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks obviously like he's got some regret.
Yeah. And at this point, we see the bloody stranger in the, what's that called? Foreground? Background?
Yeah.
Background.
Mm-hmm.
Background behind Dad. And, you know, it's one of those, you know, we see him, Dad doesn't see him, turns around, oh, he's gone. And Zoe is downstairs, and she calls for her mama. And her mom goes out there to try to talk to her. And she's like, oh my God, Henry's dead. Is Dad okay? I didn't know he was going to bring a gun. I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know. You can tell she's pretty like shell shocked.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she's like, what the fuck? Because she was in love with this dude. But then she's like, oh my God, he just tried to kill my dad.
Yeah.
She's probably feeling super hella guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because imagine if he would have killed her dad.
Then.
Damn. Like,
and,
I couldn't.
what if they broke up?
I couldn't imagine living with
Awkward.
that. With that. Why would she still date him?
Yeah. I know, but like.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I feel
if
you,
they
though.
did continue going on, if she was like, well, it was the purge
Yeah.
or something, and then
Tries to rationalize it.
then they broke up, and then it was like,
Wow.
damn, my dad died for this dude that I just
Yeah.
didn't even stay with.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty wild. But she's pretty traumatized. And the mom's like, can you please like come in here with your brother and I? And she's like, no, I've got to go. Bye. And
yeah,
I was like, why
was
the
so confused.
I was also too like, why the fuck is she anyways?
just running off. She knows that, or at least I think she knows
Not-
that someone
not
was let in the house.
Oh, honestly, I don't even think she knew that part yet.
Yeah.
I don't think she knew.
She got down there just in time.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what was going on. And then all of a sudden,
Because
her
all the
boyfriend's
commotion.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have Charlie, you know, he's trying to call his mom to go back into the room because we see that there are some people in the cameras
Yep.
walking up.
We have this giant group descending on the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all wearing these really over exaggerated masks that have these like really bulbous and over exaggerated features. And they're coming up, and it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's
Truly.
like at least 7 or something. It reminded me of The Strangers.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, especially with the mask,
Mhm.
and the way that they had like all their weapons and stuff, and the way they were acting, especially later
Being
on in the
silly,
movie.
goofy.
Yeah, really trying to like ham it up and like scare them in a
And
way.
toy with them.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. Like a kid playing with their food,
Yep.
or an animal playing with its prey. And so the freaks are outside, and I will call them freaks because that's what
They're
then
literally called.
yeah, freak 1, freak 2, and all that. And at this point, they're watching them all come up to the front door. Well, not all of them, but a couple of them. And I love how Charlie's like, that one's trying to say something.
Yeah.
I was like,
And-
what?
'Cause
That one is trying to say something.
His mouth was just like,
But you couldn't hear him.
moving.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear anything. And he's trying to say that they are giving sanctuary to their target, and that he's nothing but a dirty homeless pig.
Yeah. It's pretty
His
sad.
words. That was a quote.
They're pretty what's the word? Assholes.
Yeah. And he basically goes on to say, like, don't force us to hurt you. We don't want to kill our own.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, he was like, we're well-off well-off kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just trying to exercise our rights to purge. And we're basically, you know, really smart individuals. And we're just doing our duty.
He gave very cult leader as
Yeah.
well. Like very much like didn't like him at all. His vibes were very heavy
Creepy.
and very creepy
He
and
had
very
crazy eyes.
the dude from the very naughty dude from Courage the Cowardly Dog. You know what I'm talking about?
I think
Kind
so.
of and he's like and I was very naughty, and he would like smile,
Oh, yeah.
very like big and creepy, and like had that long blonde hair. That's what he gave.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like you said, he's trying to tell them like, hey, if you don't let this man out before our you know, backup arrives, we're gonna break into this fucking house, and not only are we gonna kill him then, but we're gonna kill your whole family for obstructing our right to purge.
Yep.
And he's like, we see the blue flowers, like if y'all are for the purge, just let him out and we'll be out of your hair. And I'm just like, wow, this motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah.
He seems definitely like, you know what?
Unhinged.
There's some people I wouldn't probably want to fuck with, and I mean, I'd give a fight if I had to, but like, if I saw that, I
I
feel like,
would like to stay far away.
is there a back door that we can leave through, like,
Yeah.
and go through a tunnel? Like, yeah.
Honestly, everyone should have a nice
there should have
tunnel.
been. There should have been. And I love how he's you can tell he's a crazy motherfucker because as he's walking away, he's like, toodle-doo.
Yeah. Just like happy-go-lucky. Like he
Yeah.
didn't just basically threaten to murder that whole family
Literally.
and stuff.
He's just with his friends vibing, you know?
Yep. Just
Yeah.
having a good grand old time. And at this point, the electricity gets cut in
Yeah.
the house, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Because he's
They-
like, cut it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then all of their electricity is gone, and the monitors are
Monitors.
running up on backup
Backup.
generators.
And the dad's explain. Well, and Mary's definitely freaking out, and he's like, you know, it's like telling her like, let's calm down, let's go sit on the chair. And she's, you know, asking him, can they even break in? Like, we're protected, right? And he's like, well, we're 99.9% protected. And so at this point, he's basically telling them they're shit out of luck.
Yep. That there's not much more they can do for that.
Did you know that dehydration is the leading cause of daytime fatigue? I was shocked to learn that even mild dehydration can cause headaches, muscle weakness, and brain fog. But luckily, there's a solution. Cure Hydration is an oral rehydration solution that contains the perfect balance of electrolytes and glucose to help your body absorb water and rehydrate quickly. The formula is made with all natural ingredients like coconut water, powder, and pink Himalayan salt, and is free from artificial flavors, sweeteners, and preservatives. Cure Hydration is vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO, making it a great option for anyone with dietary restrictions or preferences. The packets are convenient and easy to use. Just mix with water and drink. They're perfect for on the go, travel, or anytime you need a quick and effective hydration boost. Hydration is more than just drinking water. That's what Lauren Picasso, a lifelong endurance athlete, discovered as she struggled to stay hydrated no matter how much water she drank. Lauren founded Cure, a science-backed electrolyte drink mixed to make hydrating easy for everyone. Cure believes that hydration should be simple and effective, but also clean and natural. That's why they use only the highest quality plant-based ingredients and avoid any artificial or harmful additives. They're committed to transparency and honesty. All of their ingredients are clearly listed on their website and packaging, and they're always happy to answer any questions or concerns. Ready to combat dehydration? Try Cure today and feel the difference for yourself. Use code BOO for 20% off your order.
Are you tired of the same old boring puzzles? Mix things up with Wongo puzzles. Each puzzle is a custom design with intricate patterns and whimsical shapes that will keep you engaged for hours. Plus, their eco-friendly materials and commitment to sustainability make Wongo puzzles a guilt-free way to unwind. Wongo puzzles are 100% wooden puzzles, meaning they'll last forever. Each piece is hand-drawn, so no two pieces are the same, and you'll discover some fun, whimsy pieces as you work through it. They come in a custom wooden box, which is perfect for storage and gifting. With stunning design and unique shapes, Wongo puzzles are a cut above the rest. So what are you waiting for? Go to wongopuzzles.com and pick your puzzle today. And be sure to use the promo code BOO and get 10% off of your order. This is the most fun you've had with the puzzle, guaranteed, or your money back. Go to Wongo, WONGO, puzzles.com and use the code BOO to get 10% off your order and get puzzling right now. Wongo. This thing is not impenetrable. So
it is
turns
not at all, because they're obviously bringing backup. We find out soon enough what it is. And in the meanwhile, dad is pretty much gun-ho about, like, you know what? We're going to give them what they want. We're just going to go
for us.
Yeah, we're going to go find this
basically.
bloody stranger and turn him in. And so they start to, I think it's Charlie who's like, why should he die? Like, why should we do this? And like you said, dad is just like, well, it's like literally survival of the fittest, babe. So at this point, they leave Charlie in the room, I believe, and mom and dad go out looking for him. Yes. And so we're in the house, we're checking, we're snooping. It's very dark because obviously all of the lights were turned off.
Is out.
And the freaks are outside also not helping, because they're like pounding on the walls and like being crazy and being like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you. Woo-hoo.
Looking at all the cameras, making funny gestures,
Yeah.
and just like
Antagonizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skipping around, holding machetes.
Yeah. And so both mom and dad are out. They're looking around. It's basically kind of like a cat and mouse situation, because also the bloody stranger is kind of like moving through the house to try to get like hide from them.
Constantly on the move. He's not just hunkered down.
Exactly. And it's like there's a lot of tension and release, because it feels like, oh, it's a close call. Like, oh, we're gonna find out. Oh no, we're not. And then at this point, I think Charlie starts using Timmy, right, to go around and look.
I was like, is he going to use Timmy to help find the man? But then I was like, no, he's going to lead him to the secret hideout.
Yeah.
And then what did he do?
He led him to the secret hideout.
He led him right to the secret
'cause
hideout.
They found him, and he was kind of like communicating with him through the Timmy, and like he was able to get him to the hideout, so that way nobody would get him, just in time too, even because the mom, I think, was about to find him, right?
Yeah, she was.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
whenever
she was close. Yeah.
he was in the hideout, she almost found him.
Yeah.
She was about to look in there whenever all of a sudden, something fell, or footsteps like happened, but it was probably Zoe going throughout the house.
That's true.
And she runs away from him, and the bloody stranger is narrowly saved.
Yeah, and he is good for now. He's hiding. He's tucked away. And then we have, I believe, Crazy Guy at the front door again asking questions. Like, why haven't you brought us our purge? And he is talking to James, and James is trying to tell him, like, look, like, my son let him in. Like, we didn't do this. Like, if you just give us a little bit more time, we will find him. We can't find him. And then some other dude comes up and he's like, give us the fucking dude.
Give us the fucking man.
And our leader just shoots him in the head.
Blows his head right off.
And you can tell that he's like definitely got some like type of whatever it is, psychoness going on, because he's like,
I don't condone that behavior.
Exactly. He's like, apparently to his madness, there is some level of class and taste.
Yeah. And he was like, and whenever dad was just like,
Whoa.
what the fuck? He was like, and as you can see, that man was my friend, so I won't hesitate.
Yeah.
I won't hesitate, bitch.
And I think Zoe pops up at this point, and it's a jump scare because she pops up in front of fucking Timmy, and she's like, "Hello, Charlie. I'm hiding. I'm sorry. Please.
Henry's dead.
I don't know what's going on. I hear people." And you would think she would want to join her family at that point, but
Yeah.
she's like, "I'm just got a gun. I've got Henry's gun, and I'm gonna hide."
I'm gonna hide in your secret closet. And Timmy and Charlie were both like, no.
Yeah, very facepalm. And I love how Charlie even kind of knows, like, oh shit, but he doesn't go like immediately to the hiding
To
spot
help.
to go
Yeah,
like
he's
stop.
just like, well,
Yeah, okay, I guess you'll find him.
yep.
Yeah, and so at this point, she does end up. It's like two things are happening at the same time. Mr. James is coming closer to the hiding spot area, but then I guess as soon as he's going to go into that room, Zoe got to it first, and the bloody stranger takes a hold of her and starts holding her hostage.
Has her at gunpoint.
Yeah, and it's basically like trying to be like, leave me the fuck alone, or I'll kill her.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And then they get out into the hallway
Mhm.
because he kind of like follows them out.
See.
And they go to, who is it? Mary comes up behind
Mary
them,
does.
right?
Yeah, she's got a gun.
Yeah. At
and-
first I thought it was Charlie because
Mm-mm.
their hair is like the same length.
Yeah.
And it was just a blurry like vision of them
Yeah.
behind. And I was like, damn, Charlie's going to shoot this motherfucker now?
Yeah.
I thought Charlie saw like what happened and was like,
No
Never
way.
mind.
Not my sister.
not my sister.
Charlie
yeah.
didn't have it in him. Charlie couldn't hurt a fly.
No,
No.
he couldn't.
No.
And neither can Mary.
Nope. Because at this point she's behind him. The dad is kind of talking to him and it's kind of distracting him for a bit. And then he's like, shoot him from behind, Mary. And she doesn't. And he ends up throwing Zoe up against the wall, and she hits it so hard she knocks out.
Yeah,
And
she's knocked unconscious.
The dad is able to then kind of tackle him. He ends up slamming him on the ground. They kind of go at it for a little bit. A gun goes off, but it's just like a misfiring bullet. And then everybody kind of like is, whoa. I think he pistol whips him a little bit. And then he gets like a vase to like knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're in like an office situation or something.
So they are trying to tie him up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing so successfully for a little bit, but as they try to put him inside the chair, because they were going to put him in the chair and then take him out to the
Mhm.
people,
Yeah.
which I was like, I thought they were going to put him in a rolly chair
Yeah.
so they
No.
could just roll him out.
It was a
But it was just a
fucking chair
normal
with
chair.
4 legs. Like,
Yeah.
how are they going to pick him up,
I
lift
was
him?
like-
As a family, 4-team lift?
Yeah.
Everybody put 2 fingers?
It's like they're parading like at a
Ba,
bar
ba,
mitzvah.
ba, da, 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 da. Yeah, that's what it gives. And yeah, they're trying to get him onto the chair, but at this point, even though they do have him wrapped up, he's fighting back. And so, James is like, grab the letter opener and
Yep.
stab into his wound.
And I was like,
press it. It's the way that he says press into it, and she just goes and just stabs him.
Yeah, she
like
did.
legit stabs him 2 times, and then it's just like, and then he finally gives up, and they get him to the chair, and he's like, okay, now don't fucking move or make a sound, and yeah, it's pretty sad. Poor guy's got to
Yeah.
go through a lot tonight, and I'm surprised he hasn't bled out already.
I'm honestly surprised that he's not dead.
Yeah,
And that he just like kind of walks off
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
And so at this point, they are pretty much got him onto the chair, tying him up. Zoe's kind of going in and out of it. She's listening to everything. They were listening to him like in his fucking screaming and pleading. And at this point,
Mary
they're
changes her mind.
yeah, they're talking about getting him out there, but Mary's like, I can't do this anymore.
Even though she just stabbed him.
Yeah, twice. And at this point, Charlie runs off, and Zoe is talking to Dad, and they finally kind of get to have a little like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, he's like, are you okay? And she's like, I'm sorry. And then he's like, I don't know what he says, but she's like, oh, he's like,
Nothing is ever gonna be
yeah, because
okay
he's like, it's gonna
again.
be okay. And she's like, it's look at what you're doing. She's like, this will never be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it kind of gives James like a self-realization moment of, kind of what he's turned into at this point, and being no better than the people that are outside their house. And the bloody stranger, even at this point, is just kind of like, all right, you know what, dude, like, just
Save your children.
save your children, take me outside. And
Yeah.
at this point, even after everything they just went through, James was like, nah, I can't do that, bro. He doesn't say it, but he's just like, nah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he chooses not to.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point now, we get the backup has arrived. So
Yeah.
the people outside, the freaks are putting the chains on the doors and windows and every ounce of this home security system, basically, that they
Mhm.
can. And they start ripping them off
Yeah, they do.
pretty easily.
Yeah, it was like in a matter of minutes. They
Yeah.
were able to take the shit off. So it gives that this shit wasn't worth it
No.
for however much money everybody paid for it. And so yeah, they get it all torn down. At this point, we're giving Charlie a gun because he needs to protect himself. We're gonna fight for our right to party and to live.
And to live. So they
And-
send him to the basement to hide,
Yeah,
even though they should have sent him to a secret hiding place.
they should have. Oh, and also
that
should
would
have
have made
just
the most sense.
been watching him the whole time.
Yeah.
Do not let him out of your sight. Yeah, but I digress. We don't do that. He goes and hides, and at this point, the people are starting to the windows are smashing and they're starting to come in. And we got
At this point too, I was wondering, I was like, wait, okay. They were just sitting there saying how they don't want to hurt this man, but did they untie them?
Nope, they
And
didn't.
they sure didn't.
They didn't.
I was like, oh my God.
Poor guy has to like rock around and try to wiggle so he can land on the floor so he can get a knife and
Get
let
the
himself
letter
free.
opener. Yeah, to get the tape off. And I was just like, damn, they did all that just for,
Him to
just
leave
to
us,
leave
leave
him.
him a sitting duck.
yeah.
Yeah. Poor guy. We have Mary with her 2 guns. She had locked and loaded 2 guns. I don't know if she would
But
be
not cautious in the
and
slightest.
she would not. She can't be good with either of them apparently.
Yeah.
And so she ends up.
She's
well-
not covering her back.
Oh yeah,
At all.
She's walking through the whole house trying to look out, but this whole time someone is basically stalking her
Behind her.
from
yeah.
behind. And thankfully Dad comes in clutch a few times because we have Charlie in the basement and someone finally comes and spooks the fuck out of him and he tries to
Yeah.
shoot them but he misses and they are about to literally kill him, but Dad comes in and saves the day, kills him. And then at this point we have Zoe under the bed in someone's room or her bedroom, and the creepy leader dude sees her picture on the wall and it's basically like, save this one for me.
Yeah,
'Cause
save
she
the
looks
little
so
lady
good.
stand-in for me.
Yeah, and she heard that, so that's pretty fucking traumatizing.
Yeah, it's creepy.
And thankfully,
She's divine.
I don't know what kind of fucking gun James had, but Dad, this brrr thing we got going
yeah, that
on,
one.
I don't know what that's called, but I don't even like guns, but it
Gun.
came in really good good handwriting
Yeah, it
in
did.
this moment, because he's thankfully,
He's taking them out one
Yeah.
by one.
especially the one that was stalking his wife
Yep,
that he didn't even know about, and he catches him in the kitchen.
which was good
Mhm.
because at this point I was like, Mom is not being careful at
Yeah.
all. God damn.
She
I
gonna
was
die.
like, she's gonna die. And then this is when we get into, after he takes out that one in the kitchen, he
Mhm.
goes into,
Dad versus everyone.
yeah, basically where he's fighting with the axe girl that's being piggybacked by another guy.
Yeah.
And they're in like the billiard room, where the pool table
Play
is.
area
Yeah.
room, it's a very guys lounge,
Man
whatever it's called, man
cave.
cave. Yeah. And yeah, they kind of run into each other and they end up going at it pretty heavy at it. And Dad, even though he's outnumbered, is holding his own pretty well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There were a few moments where it seemed close where I was like, oh shit, he gonna die?
Yeah. And then I don't know if it was adrenaline or he was just that strong because he was like finning them off pretty well. And
yeah,
then
he
like,
was.
yeah, so ends up shooting the lady first, killing her. And then we have the other dude attacking him and he almost gets him as well, but he ends up slamming the dude on the pinball machine.
Yeah. And then gets an axe.
Yeah. Well, that's when the other dude walks in.
Oh, yeah.
Another dude came from the
Oh, yeah, when someone else jumps through
yeah, the window. And starts attacking him and they go at it. And then that's when he gets the axe on the floor and that dude was almost about to shoot him and he stabs him in the back with it.
And then he gets up and he shoots him too.
Yeah, he double taps it.
Yeah. And he also, the guy that he slammed on the pinball machine and
Yep.
stuff, he goes through and he makes his rounds.
The only one that doesn't
Homegirl
do it
was
to the
already
girl.
dead
Yeah, and
because he shot her in the chest.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
also he took
With
like
a
a
rifle.
like a second glance at her. I don't know if it was what it was, like, oh, she looks like a sweet innocent girl kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I wonder if it was supposed
Or-
to be like, it reminds him of his daughter
Maybe.
kind of thing.
Yeah. And at this point, he turns around and just like gets fucking stabbed by the fucking crazy
That main
leader.
guy.
Yeah,
I called
which
him main guy.
was
the whole
pretty. I mean, honestly, that's a good movie. That's good writing. Why? Yeah, but honestly, I was a bit like, not
time. He just did all that stuff.
yeah, just to get stabbed.
Just to get stabbed.
Yeah, like it was a bit anticlimactic, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the dude was just like, I told you I'd get you, basically. And so yeah, and he kisses him on the forehead.
Yeah, that was weird. And he was like, and he's like whispering down in front of him, and he's like, "Was his life really worth yours and your family's?" Kiss. And I was like, "What?
Yep.
What the fuck?"
Happy Pride.
I guess so. Yeah. And then he just leaves him.
Yep, just leaves him.
For
Yeah.
dead.
I guess he's gonna go try to get.
And he pulls out, and it was a machete.
Yeah, it was.
Which I was like, damn. At first, I wasn't sure. I just saw the like handle.
It was a very long knife.
Yeah.
And
big
that
old
thing was all the way in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because all you could see, like, I thought it was just like a normal knife, because all you could see was the hilt going into like the skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it but then whenever he pulled it out and a whole machete came out, I was like, God damn.
Yeah. I don't think you can come back for that.
No.
It cuts too much.
Well, he tried. He sure did try.
Ugh. And so, yeah, Dad is holding out as much as he can. We do see that the neighbors are coming, and we see through the monitors that neighbors are coming and starting to kill the people that are like out in the cars waiting, I guess.
And I was like, Grace and them coming to help
Yep.
or to kill them themselves.
Yup. They're coming. They are killing.
I couldn't remember.
They're killing the people in the house. And then at this point, because Mom almost literally
Yeah,
gets
she
killed.
almost gets killed.
Because
no
this
surprise.
couple comes from behind her and tries to attack her.
They start tickling her.
Oh yeah,
which was like, that's pure torture.
Literally.
That's awful. I would not. Yeah. And she was like laughing and stuff, and I was like, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
In that situation. I hate being tickled. No one enjoys being
That's
tickled.
what would really send you over.
But like, Jesus Christ, that's just torture.
Mm-hmm. And she thankfully gets saved by the neighbors. And then at this point, we have her coming downstairs, and she sees her husband. He's breathing his last breaths. She goes up to him. Charlie pops up. They put a watch on him. And it kind of seems like everything is over and scary, because the cult leader pops up, and he looks like he's going to try to kill all three of them.
Yeah.
But
and
thankfully,
Zoe comes in right
yep,
now
and saves the day.
Takes him out.
Yeah,
She's
shoots
like,
him.
Boom, boom, boom.
Good 3 or 4 shots.
Gets him.
And that's whenever we're all by Dad, we're crying. And the watch is obviously like kind of basically counting his last heartbeats.
Yeah, you hear like beep, beep.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And that's whenever we have more neighbors coming up and shooting. I think there was no one left. I think we just see them all coming out, and then the Mom's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much," and she's like, "Ha ha 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 ha."
We didn't come to help you.
Yeah, don't think it's just yet.
We saw you were struggling, so we decided to take part, basically.
Yeah, she's basically like, "You're ours. Like, we want to take out our frustration on you."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I put LMFAO. I was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
What a turn.
I loved so then they start tying him up.
And I was like, these bitches are jealous.
Yeah, for real. And I was like, this is such a dumb reason.
Yeah, because the more they're like, you were just, waving your wealth in front of us. And
I was like, no, they weren't.
Yeah, all this shit.
Don't look.
Literally. And so, they form their little prayer circle. They start saying their blessed be shit.
They tie him up. And I love how as they were tying him up, the mom was like losing her mind.
Yeah.
And the lady who's tying her up, just because she kept saying like, let me go. And the lady was like, no.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
And she's like, just think of my children. Like, let the children go. And they're like, nah, we'll start with them first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, the dude who's like, shut up, bro. Kill him right now. God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll shoot him. Yeah.
They said, it's time for you to quiet down, Mary, and let us do our duties as Americans.
Yeah.
And then I saw that they were going to stab them.
Yeah.
They were going to stab them to death.
They were like, I'll go first. Grace was like, I'll go first, and then everybody can have a turn after me.
Yeah. And it was like, damn.
Yeah.
And this is, where they form the prayer circle, and they're saying, blessed be our new founding fathers for letting the purge cleanse us in our souls. Blessed be America, a nation reborn. Dun, dun, dun.
And right before we think all is lost, and the mom is like, just look at me, baby. Just look at me. Don't freak out. It's going to be okay. Our bloody stranger comes in to save the day.
Yay.
Yeah, ends up taking out a couple of the neighbors and then taking Grace and being like, y'all better stop or she dies.
And then Grace was like, kill us quickly. Do it. And I was like, bitch, no.
Yeah.
I said, y'all are going to take y'all's time stabbing them. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then the mom's like, we're going to play the rest of the night out in peace. And I was like, oh, JK.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to stab them.
Honestly, I want that director's cut because that would have been better. And then I love how I was always like, but they were going to kill us. And the mom's like, I know, but it's okay. We're just going to all be in peace. And so they end up going to the dining room area, all sitting around the table.
Can you imagine how awkward that's going to be
Awkward, for
tomorrow?
Right.
Like the next
rest
day
of the year.
and every other day.
They better move.
Yeah, they should.
And so, yeah, they're just sitting there awkwardly. And I love how the mom just kind of like, oh, so did you enjoy Grace's party? And the dude's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And she's like, no,
I
did you
didn't hear
enjoy
you."
yourself? And he's like, yeah, it was kind of fun. And they're just kind of chilling. The kids are sobbing over dad. And as soon as Mary takes her eyes off of them, fucking Grace tries to fucking try some bullshit.
But
And-
Mary comes in clutch like a fucking badass, smashes Grace's head into the table, or butts her with the gun.
Butts her with the gun and then puts her head into
smashes
the
her
table.
head into the table.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
badass.
like cuts her nose all open and stuff, because it was like it had
It's
a glass
definitely a broken
tabletop
nose.
too.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think the glass shattered a bit.
yeah.
So
Oh, for
it
sure.
like cut her face and stuff too.
Yeah.
And she was like, didn't you hear what I said? No more killing tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, tell him, bitch, tell him.
Mhm.
You got this. And then a few seconds later, it's ding, ding, ding.
Siren goes off.
Purge is over.
Yep.
This now concludes our blah, blah, blah annual purge.
That is it.
And she says, now get the hell out of my house.
As they should. And they do. And at this point, we start to part ways with our bloody stranger.
Yep. Sends the man off with a thank you.
Mhm.
And he just says, good luck.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, what else can you do in that situation?
Yeah.
If I was him, I would have been like, yo, y'all are rich. Can you at least help pay for my medical bills? Because you stabbed a letter opener into my wound.
And I saved your life and call me an ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Because if he was homeless and stuff, he's probably not going to be able to get super good medical care.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, damn, he should stay and just like, he should come over every purge now. Like that guy who
For the
accidentally
Thanksgiving.
texted that grandma on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, and then now he goes every Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been that situation.
Could have been.
Nice, wholesome situation.
They lost out.
Yeah.
He's in
Oh,
the
well.
next 2 movies, though. So
So maybe he does come back.
maybe.
Who knows?
The way we haven't seen any of these movies.
Yep.
But yeah, and then, he says he leaves, and then it's just basically a shot of us panning on the family and their silhouettes, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, and we're ending with like news reports playing over the
Yeah.
credits saying that it was the most successful purge yet. Dallas had the most participation, 200 people purging in the square,
Wow.
which I was like, is this
Yeah.
like where Kennedy was shot? Like that square?
I don't know.
What part of Dallas has a square?
Mm,
I'm guessing it has to be where Kennedy and around the courthouse there.
I'm not familiar with Dallas at all.
Oh. And then it ends with someone saying, my 2 boys died tonight in the purge,
I used to be an American.
but this country has taken everything from me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was like, ooh,
And that's it.
some people not liking this now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's the end of the film. Yay.
Yay. Happy 4th of July, you guys.
Happy 4th.
America ring. Freedom let
ring.
rock. Yeah, all of that.
You want fun facts?
Fun fact me.
According to the director James DeMonaco, the famous road rage incident awakening the idea for the purge happened like this. So basically, he got in a road rage incident
Mm-hmm.
with someone, and it gave him the idea for the purge.
He really wanted to kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess so. He and his wife were driving on the freeway when a drunk driver cut them off, nearly killing them. After both cars stopped, the other driver's lack of remorse enraged DeMonaco enough to engage in a fist fight, and police eventually had to get involved. After the incident was over, DeMonaco's wife turned to him and commented how great it would be to have one free murder a year. He felt bad admitting that because normally she's a sweet woman. Damn, that's dark.
That's really
Wife really
dark.
let her true colors show in that
For
moment.
real. I really wanted to kill that man.
Yep.
Damn. She said, I'd do it. Literally. If that man ever gets ever dead, that is suspect number one.
Yeah, she killed him. On the prospect of a real purge, director James DeMonaco said, honestly, he'd probably just go to Canada and hide.
Yeah, that's a good plan there.
The homicidal ladies in white dresses were based on Charles Manson's killers/followers.
That's what I was getting.
Yeah, James claims obsession with Manson from an early age.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, this was a Blumhouse production. So Ethan Hawke is an old friend of producer Jason Blum and director James DeMonaco, and was happy to appear in The Purge to give their low budget movie some star power.
That's awesome.
That is. As usual, Blum's productions cast and crew work for scale and receive a percentage of the profits, if any. Hawke reportedly received only $3,000 up front. But due to the movie's worldwide success and the back-end profits, he has probably received more money for this film than any other in his career.
Oh, wow.
That's speculation.
That's what happens when you help out and you be nice. Good things come back to you.
Yep.
And also, I mean, he's in their another film, the other one. I think what's its name is Blumhouse too. The other one he's in.
The Black Phone?
No. Yeah, it is. But the other one before that, Sinister's Blumhouse. Yeah,
that's right.
Yep.
The one that we covered.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Black Phone was good.
Did you have any other fun facts?
Oh no, I think that was
That's
all
it?
of them.
All
The
right.
other ones seemed too long.
Let's dip into it.
Tell me your booze.
I would like to give this a solid 3.9. A 3.9. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a pretty interesting, and whenever it did come out, I mean, honestly, new concept. I mean, now we have 5 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty fresh in storytelling, I feel like. And I think it also is kind of a movie that raises a lot of, like, I feel like it challenges us to be better human beings, essentially. I feel like it's a good thing of like what we shouldn't come to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think that's what it's the blueprint for. But overall, like, I think it was a pretty cool story. I mean, like, it gave us a reason for why those people needed to come to the house. It gave us a reason why in the end the neighbors took over. I feel like everything was pretty explained. I liked how we have like the characters of the dad being kind of more like, no, we staunchly do this, and where the mom is kind of like, I'm in the middle, and the Charlie was very much like, I believe that like we shouldn't hurt anybody. Everybody like, this is wrong. And there's just a lot of what the fuck moments too in the movie.
Yeah.
That kept me engaged.
Yeah, it did.
That Henry against dad shit.
Blew your mind.
Yeah, honestly, it did. And then
I didn't see it coming.
Then the neighbors.
I mean, I was suspicious, but I didn't see him shooting him coming.
Same thing with the neighbors. I thought like, I mean, surely we were just like, yeah, these people are going to probably do some, probably come and kill them. But then I was like, nah, they're here to help. And then it's like, damn, nah.
No, they actually are here to
They
kill
just want
them.
to fucking kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to kill them themselves.
Yeah. There's a lot of tables turning in this movie.
My, how the turn tables.
And so for that reason, I give it a 3.9 boo.
Fun.
Yeah.
I think I will give it probably a 3.5. Yeah, just right in the middle of the road for me. It was a good film overall. It had, like you said, it keeps you really engaged throughout the entire time, the whole process. It does get into the movie rather quickly. We all know I don't mind a good slow burn, but this one keeps you, it's very action packed, kind of like an action film. And it keeps you like, engaged the whole time. And it had a lot of good twists and turns where, like we just were talking about, I didn't really see it coming. I like was suspicious at first, but then it made me believe, oh no, they do have pure intentions. Yeah. And then psych, these people actually are bad. Inherently, everyone is bad. Yeah.
Except for Bloody Stranger.
Except for Bloody Stranger. Bloody Stranger just needed to hide.
Good guy.
Yeah. And Charlie.
Oh yeah,
Charlie's not bad either. Charlie's good boy.
He's a dog now.
He's a dog. But yeah, I don't really remember much of a soundtrack in there at all.
There
if any.
wasn't something there was in the middle part where I thought like, oh, I don't know if Caitlin will like this.
Oh.
Right in the middle, right when everything was happening with Henry and the shooting, it was very like, if you watch it again, just pay attention to the music. It felt like what Smile was doing, where it was like,
well, that's fine because it was an action-packed
right.
scene.
Mm-hmm.
Smile just did it when people were walking down the sidewalk, and I was
That's
like,
true.
why are we having
Keep
that
you on
soundtrack
edge
there?
the whole time.
Yeah. I didn't notice it. It must have
Mm.
added to the moment.
Yeah.
So I think
Kudos.
give it kudos to that. And yeah, the social commentary that can be had from this film, like you said, it does encourage us all to be hopefully a better version of ourselves. I'm sure some people watch this film and we're like,
I want to purge
what?
too.
That's a good idea. But hopefully more people than were thought the nicer way
Mm-hmm.
than that. So, but yeah. So a 3.9 and 3.5, giving us a 3.7.
That's what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll take it. Well,
3.7 for 2013's The Purge.
The Purge. Yeah. Let us know if y'all want to slide into our DMs and let us know if y'all want to have us cover any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really
We
talked
did
about
get
it,
a
but-
request for The Descent too.
Oh, did we?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
we did.
honestly didn't even know that there was a sequel.
We talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were like, what in
we?
the hell's going to happen?
Did I say the exact same thing? That I did know there was a sequel?
Yeah, I think we were both
Okay.
shocked that
Okay.
there was a sequel.
Yeah, because I'm like, what would you do?
Yeah. But apparently it picks up right where it left off.
Ah.
Oh, but with the director's cut, which is the UK version. The English version just ends right after Juno's ghost, but apparently the director's cut goes further
Okay.
and gives us a little bit more than her just like puking outside the vehicle or
Got
whatever
it.
she
Oh,
did.
got it. Yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So we did get a request for The Descent too. So we'll be
Sounds
covering
good.
that. And so, yeah, if you want us to cover more purges, let us know.
We'll do it.
We will.
We are here at your command.
Yeah, we'll do any movie that you want us to. Dance, monkey, dance.
That's what we're doing.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
We
She's
just-
dancing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah. You can,
As always.
as always, we are in the lovely Rogue Media Network studios.
That's right. They take great care of us.
They sure do. And you can find our podcast and a lot of other great and rockin' podcasts at their network's website, which is roguemedianetwork.com.
And that's right. You can listen to us also on streaming platforms, the biggest two being,
Spotify.
and also Apple. But wherever you do listen, don't forget to.
Rate, review, like, and subscribe.
That's right, because that is the only way we can get ahead in this world. And then also word of mouth. Tell your friends. Tell your Timmies.
Tell the people you hate
Yep.
that you want to purge,
Yep.
that they should listen to our purge episode.
They should. And
Mhm.
say, this is what we want to do to you.
Lit up. Yup.
Murder them. Not really. Please don't murder people.
Don't do it. But you can imagine it in your head. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Inherently evil. That's your purge. Purge in your brain.
There you
Purge your
go.
brain of the negative thoughts by thinking them and then putting them in the trash can.
or you can tell us how much you want to purge us, and you can do that by just
Reaching
like
out to
earlier,
us.
reaching us to our one social media,
Platform, which is Instagram, and that is at
BooBaes Podcast, and that's at BooBaes, BOOBAES, because they're your BooBaes, not your BooBaes. I don't know why I messed that up. but
That's
yeah.
right. And yeah, until next time, we'll be covering it.
It chapter 1 and 2. We'll be
Chapter
splitting
1
them up in
and
2
2.
different episodes, the newer versions.
Yes, because
And-
they're summertime films.
Yeah,
happy,
they are.
happy.
And yeah, maybe we'll add some commentary about the first it, but this will be specifically about the new versions of it.
Yes, the newest
Um,
iterations. And until next time, you guys.
Bye, Bays.
Bye, bays.
Bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Are you a podcaster? Let's talk podcast hosting. Are you tired of your current podcast host? Need real support and a community that gets it? At Rogue Media Network, we offer top-tier podcast hosting services to help you thrive. From hosting and distribution to dedicated support, we've got you covered. Starting as low as $25 a month. Join our community of passionate podcasters today. Contact us at hello@roguemedianetwork.com.